Hello students. Now today we are discussing the next chapter from the organic chemistry, that is the alcohol, phenols and ethers. So when you consider this chapter alcohol and phenols, the very important points is that first point is the introduction, right? In the introduction we try to define the terms alcohols and phenol. Try to define the terms alcohols and phenol. Okay? So let us consider definition of alcohols. Let us consider first definition of alcohols. What are the alcohols? How they are defined? Okay, and then how they are classified. So how the alcohols are defined? We know that alcohols are represented as ROH. Alcohols are represented as ROH, where R is an alkyl, and OH is the hydroxyl group. This is a hydroxyl group. So OH is called as a hydroxyl group. As OH is a hydroxyl group, so therefore alcohols are aromatic. These are the organic hydroxyl compound. OH is a hydroxyl group. As OH is a hydroxyl group, so therefore the alcohols are the organic hydroxy compound. These are the organic hydroxy compounds. So then how we define the alcohols? So alcohols are defined as these are the organic hydroxy compound in which OH, that is the hydroxyl group, is attached to saturated carbon atom. As OH is attached to saturated carbon atom, I can show this. Suppose this carbon is a saturated carbon. Saturated carbon means the carbon which is a sp3 hybridized. At that time, that type of the compounds in which hydroxyl group is attached to saturated carbon, then that is alcohols. So this is a saturated carbon atom. So like this way. So suppose I have the example that suppose I have the CH3OH or CH3CH2OH. So what happened in this example? Hydroxyl group attached to the carbon, which is single bonded. So therefore it is alcohol. Its name is one carbon. For one carbon, meth. One carbon for meth. So this is methyl alcohol, or for the methanol, that is the IUPAC. So IUPAC name we consider later on. So it has a two carbon has an eth. So therefore it is a ethyl or alkyl from the methane. Right? As it is an alkyl group, it has a alkyl group as a methyl. From the ethane, the alkyl group is the ethyl. So therefore its name is the ethyl alcohol. So like this way you can consider the alcohols. Alcohols are the organic hydroxy compound in which the hydroxyl group directly attached to saturated carbon atom. Now let us define the phenols. So what are the phenols? So what are the phenols? Phenols are the aromatic hydroxy compounds. So it is observed that when you consider the aromatic hydroxy compound, so aromatic hydroxy compound is actually the two types. One is the phenol and another is the aromatic alcohol. So those are not phenols, are the aromatic alcohols. Those organic hydroxy compounds are not a phenol, are the aromatic alcohols. Right? So how we consider this is a phenol and this is aromatic alcohol? So let us consider definition for phenol. Phenol, in which hydroxy group is directly attached to benzene. If the hydroxy group, how we define the phenol? In which hydroxyl group directly attached to benzene ring. If it is directly attached to benzene ring, it is the phenol. Remember, this phenol is also called as carbonic acid. Phenol is also called as carbonic acid. Remember. So, if the hydroxy group is not directly attached to the ring, if the hydroxy group is not directly attached to the benzene ring, if it is directly attached to benzene ring, these are the phenol. If they are not directly attached to the benzene ring, then they are called as a aromatic alcohol. So this is a compound is called as benzyl alcohol. So remember, benzyl alcohol is the aromatic alcohol because hydroxy group is attached to saturated carbon and that saturated carbon is attached to benzyl. So therefore, if hydroxy group is directly attached to benzene, they are phenol. If they are not directly attached to benzene, they are indirectly attached to benzene, then they are the aromatic alcohols. So like this way, alcohol and phenol both are the hydroxy compound. Both are the hydroxy compound. Only difference is that both are the organic hydroxy compound. Only difference that in alcohols, hydroxyl group is directly attached to saturated carbon. In phenol, the hydroxyl group is directly attached to benzene, and in aromatic alcohol, hydroxy group is not directly attached to benzene. So like this way, we can consider the definition for alcohols and phenols. What are the other examples? We discuss in the next lecture. Next point. Okay. Next point is that then how we define the ethers. Now consider the definition for ethers. So how ethers are defined? So we know that ethers. How the ethers are represented? Ethers are represented as ROR. Ethers are represented as ROR, where R may be same or may be different. Where R may be same or may be different. So let us define for ethers. Remember, ethers are the neutral compounds. They are the neutral compounds. So let us consider ethers. So ethers are ROR. So for the ether, actually there are the two definitions which is most commonly used. One is that ether can be represented as R2O. So from this represented, ethers can be defined as a organic oxide. These are the organic oxide. Just like our copper oxide or any metal oxide. So it is R2O. Or second definition of the ethers, they are the anhydride. These are the anhydrides of alcohols. So why they are called as anhydrides of alcohol? The first that they are the organic oxide, right? So ether ROR, where both R may be same or both R may be different. If the both R are the same, suppose like this way. So they are called as dimethyl ether. If both the R are different, suppose I have the CH3O, C3H7. So one group is a methyl, another is a propyl, right? So therefore, they are called as, first methyl is known, so therefore they are called as methyl propyl ether, or we may call it as methyl N-propyl ether, right? So like this way, now here they are in the form of the oxygen oxygen is in the term of the oxide, so therefore they are called as a organic oxide. What is mean by anhydrates of alcohol? If you take two molecules of alcohol, and from which if the water is eliminated, suppose H is eliminated from this and OH is eliminated from this, then you get an ether. And that ether is obtained by removal of water. And that removal of water is from alcohol. And removal of water is called as a dehydration. So therefore, ethers are called as anhydride of alcohol, because after removing the water, what is remained are the anhydrates. So therefore, they are called as a anhydrides of the alcohol. So like this way, ether can be defined. Now, in the ether, the both are maybe the alkyl group same or different. If both groups are the same, they are called as a simple or symmetrical ethers. Or if both groups are the different, they are called as mixed or unsymmetrical ether. So we observe that ethers can be classified as a simple ether and the mixed ether. If the ether groups, R groups are the same, suppose these R groups are the different, so they are ethyl, methyl, ether. So ethyl, methyl, ether is an example of mixed or unsymmetrical ether. If the both R groups are the aromatic, like this way. So like this way, this is a diene, it's 2. C6H5 is called as a phenyl, so it is a diphenyl ether. You can write its common name. Okay, so or this group may be one alkyl or one phenyl, then it is called as an anisole. It is a special name of the compound, and it is an anisole. So anisole, or you can say that it is the methyl phenyl ether. Okay, so you can write its common name as a methyl phenyl, for C6H5 called as phenyl, so it is a ethyl phenyl ether. So like this way, you can consider ethers as a either organic oxides or the anhydrates of the alcohols. Okay, so like this way, you can define the definition for alcohol, phenol, and ethers. Right? One more point is there. The next point is that is the cyclic ethers. The ethers may be the cyclic ether. So what is cyclic ether? In a cyclic ether, whatever the oxygen from the ether is there, it is a part of the 3-member ring. So ethers are cyclic ethers. Cyclic ethers contain ethereal oxygen, as a part of 3-member ring. It is a part of 3-membered ring. So in order for the condition of the cyclic ether, where it is a ether is a cyclic ether, it has one oxygen, and if you consider the ring of the, as it is a ring of the 3-member, so it has a 2 carbon and 1 oxygen, right? So like this. Suppose this is a CH2, as a hydrogen is written, so it is a CH2. So like this way, this carbon and this oxygen. So therefore, this type of the compounds are called as ether, and these ethers are represented as epoxide. They are represented as epoxide. So epoxide has at least 2 carbon and 1 oxygen. So how you name this compound? So look here, it has a maximum of the 2 carbon. So 2 carbon has a parent, ethane. 2 carbon parent is ethane. Now the oxygen is present in between these 2 carbons. Suppose this carbon is 1 and this carbon is a 2. Okay, so whatever the epoxide is there in between carbon 1 and 2. So therefore it is called as 1,2 Epoxy, from the epoxide you can use a prefix as a epoxy. So it is 1,2-epoxy. It has a parent of the alkane, it is a 2-member. So its name is 1,2-epoxy ether. So like this way, when you consider the cyclic ether is a 3-member. It is a 3-member compound in which one is the oxygen, and that oxygen is a part of the ether. So it is called as a ethereal oxygen. Right? Suppose you have the ether is given like this. Suppose ether is given like this way, in which the one group is given, that is a methyl group, like this. So how you consider this? Look at. So here there are the, if I write it in detail, I can show this carbon. As it has a methyl group, so of course it has hydrogen. It has no methyl group, it has a hydrogen. So when you consider this compound, you observe that 1, 2 and 3. So there are total of the carbon are 3. So parent is a propane. 3 carbon, parent is propane. Now we have to write the numbering. Numbering is given so that this carbon will be got a minimum number. So I will write you the minimum number, and that minimum number is 1, 2 and the 3. 1, 2 and the 3. That is a minimum number. So therefore, this compound, if you write the name of this compound, it is the 1,2-epoxy. It is the 1,2-epoxy propane, because it has a total of the carbon 3. So this is a carbon is a 3. Okay. So therefore it is a 1,2-epoxy propane. So like this way we consider a basic compound, and that is the cyclic ether. We consider the nomenclature of all these compound in the next topic, that is a nomenclature. Okay. So I give the primary information that what is a cyclic ether. Cyclic ethers are the epoxide, and therefore in their naming the position of oxygen between the 2 carbon is shown by the number, and that number is, suppose in this case, 1 and 2. In this case the minimum number is a 1 and 2, like this way. So we consider that is a compound as a cyclic ether. So here like this way we consider a basic part, that is the introduction for the alcohol, phenol and ethers. So I again repeat, alcohol and phenol are the organic hydroxy compound. Both have the hydroxyl group. Only difference that alcohols in which the hydroxyl group is attached to saturated carbon. In the phenol, the hydroxy group is directly attached to benzene, then it is a phenol. If the hydroxy group is not directly attached to benzene, then they are the aromatic alcohols. Okay. And what are the ethers? Ethers are the compounds which is represented as an ROR, where O is a divalent oxygen, and that divalent oxygen is attached to the 2R group. That 2R group may be same, may be different. They may be the aliphatic, they may be the aromatic. If they are the same, simple ether. If they are the different, they are the mixed ether. If the one is aliphatic, another is the aromatic, like this way, or both may be the aromatic. So like this way, we consider basic point, that is the introduction for the alcohol, phenols and ethers. Okay. In the next point we consider the classification of the alcohol and phenols. In the next lecture we discuss the classification of the alcohol and phenol. Okay. Thank you.